Technology is bringing about many exciting educational opportunities in the classroom. As educators become more familiar with the ability of technology to expand students' involvement in learning activities, they are also discovering new ways to create interdisciplinary adventures, incorporate whole language, and meet the varied learning styles of individual students. Living Books effectively combines the power of technology in the classroom with a wide range of children's literature, including works of authors Mark Brown, Stan and Jan Berenstain, Mercer Mayer, Jack Prelutsky, Mark Schlichting, and Dr. Seuss. These powerful interactive experiences can be enhanced and integrated into the curriculum by using the activities and support provided by the Living Books framework. In order to help educators use Living Books in the classroom, Broderbund Software has developed the Living Books framework. The framework is a multi-volume library of CD-ROM children's literature, print books, annotated bibliographies, reproducible materials, and ideas for classroom activities. In the next few minutes, we are going to visit some of the educators, authors, and students who are using Living Books in classrooms across the country. And we will see how framework activities can be used on a day-to-day basis to encourage and extend the learning experience.
This is the story of Little Monster at School, and it's written by Mercer Mayer. Children learn to read by reading and by using the language, by speaking, by listening. And the more that they hear books read aloud to them, the more they understand how story works, how language works. And then invite them to read along with you, point to the words in the text, and invite them to participate as much as possible. After breakfast, I brush my teeth and get ready to go. I have lots of school stuff to carry with me. What school stuff do you see that he has to carry?
Lunchbox, crayons, pencils, journals, and an apple.
Right.
Marianne Siccardi has devoted years of study and teaching in the field of children's literature and is a contributor to Living Books teaching materials for the classroom.
And Yali smiles, his first smile all day. Why do you think he smiled?
Because he was happy.
Right. He feels good. He finally says...
He's the best at two things.
What's the other thing? He's the best at... Drawing.
And telling stories.
Right.
Marianne's love and knowledge of children's literature give her special insight into the role of technology for language and reading development.
Technology is another way to surround children with language, having them see words on the screen, interact with print on the screen, is another way to immerse them in the language.
Then, feather.
And because they have this natural love for the computer, it's a wonderful vehicle for us to create that enthusiasm for reading.
Hey, Yowie, you want to play ball? No, games are stupid. After you do that,
Although these kindergartners are not yet independent readers, they are discovering the magic of words for themselves through Living Books.
Yowie won't play with anyone. He says games stupid. Games are stupid.
Living Books are a way to get children excited about reading. It's a way to get them to realize that reading is not a passive activity, that you interact with it. You can figure out what's going on in a character's head. You can figure out what's going to happen next when you click on that screen, and it moves reading from a passive, receptive mode to a very active and dynamic one.
do the next page.
As a consultant and contributor to Living Books teaching materials for the classroom, Mary Ann Siccardi's annotated bibliographies and thematic units are an important component of the Living Books framework. In Timothy Hamilton's second grade class, the celebration of Arthur's birthday is the culmination of a month-long study based on the Arthur series by Mark Brown. The framework's thematic units suggest activities like this birthday celebration to encourage children to become involved with both the subject matter and the literature.
Today we're celebrating Arthur's birthday, and one of the ways we're going to celebrate is by reading the Arthur adventure, Arthur's Birthday. Who knows the date of Arthur's birthday? What's the date? Justin?
May 25th.
May 25th.
May 25th.
And it was written by who? Who writes the Arthur series? Logan? Mark Brown. Some of the activities that I do to encourage my children to read are focusing on particular authors and having author studies. When you focus in on a particular author, you learn all about them, about their work. Who remembers when Mark Brown's birthday is? It's near what? Or maybe you know the exact answer. Jessica.
November 25th.
November 25th.
Did you finish all of your invitations?
I'm on the last one.
Good.
As in all good fiction stories, there's going to be a what? Brittany?
Problem.
A problem.
This Saturday afternoon? But that's when I'm having my party.
And as I read, there's probably we're going to find out the what? Victoria?
A solution.
Dear Muffy, I have a special present for you. It is so big, I can't carry it by myself. Please come to my house today at noon to get it.
Let's check and see what Mr. Hamilton's class has given Arthur. And Happy Birthday, Arthur, Cobblestone Publishing Company, 1995. Kyle gave Arthur, let's read the clues. You can read them. Also, you can read it again and again. Kyle gave Arthur some books. Justin gave Arthur, it's yellow, and you wear it. A new sweater. He probably could use all the yellow sweaters, couldn't he? Brittany gave Arthur, it's fuzzy and brown. Another bear. Victoria gave Arthur, it's cute, and you have to take care of it. A puppy. I think those were great gifts for Arthur, don't you? You think Arthur's going to like those gifts? I think so, too. I'm going to expect a thank you note, and I bet Arthur writes this one.
Inspired by Arthur's birthday and the writing activities in their classroom, these children are working cooperatively to create their own living book using Broderbund's popular KidPix software.
This sort of culminates all of the information that the children have been working on. They've been working in small groups, creating projects for Mark Brown and sharing them within the class, and they'll be sharing them next week in the library.
Mr. Clyde's birthday party by Jacqueline, Corey, and Lacey. My birthday is today. I'm having a party.
This group had spent quite a bit of time. The first thing they had to do was write their story, and since we have been working with Arthur and Arthur's birthday, they decided on a birthday story. So now they're producing their own living books. Like we make a lot of our own books. We have our own publishing company in the classroom.
Jacqueline's good at drawing Arthur, and I'm good at drawing party hats, and Corey's good at drawing some things too. We play games and wear funny hats. Then we get to have ice cream and cake. My friends sing happy birthday to you. I blow out the candles, but the candles light again. They must be quick candles. Next, I open my presents. Wow, it was a happy birthday. The end.
Living Books and Living Books framework activities provide a literature-based approach for language development that unites the curriculum from math and science to reading, social studies, and art.
Say Little Monster at Haskell. You ready?
Little Monster at Haskell.
Rebecca Ann Penso is a resource teacher, mentor, and magnet school technology coordinator. Rebecca is responsible for developing many of the highly motivating activities for the framework. Here, Rebecca is working with students to develop role-playing activities based on the Little Monster characters. Their familiarity with the story enables them to explore characterization and conflict in a variety of modes.
Okay, that should. Should is a hard word. Here's Yali. Yali is not a very happy person. What is Yali's problem? Raise your hand if you know. Sarah?
He's not good at anything.
Okay, he feels like he's not good at anything. Why does he feel that way?
Because he can't draw, like make his ABCs right. He makes them upside down instead of right side up.
Very good. You have a good memory.
Yali is a character who has all kinds of problems in school.
I'll never get this.
He comes to school and he can't do the alphabet and he can't do numbers and he doesn't get his favorite song sung and he can't draw and everything is a problem. Everybody feels that way sometimes. Everybody feels that they can't do it. Learning how to help somebody else cope with those things not only helps you deal with your classmates, it helps you deal with yourself.
Just turn them around.
Okay, here's Little Monster. David, you come hold Little Monster. And you can come around that way if you want to. Okay? And Sam, you're going to be Yali. Okay, and you're going to turn around this way. Hold him up. Okay, Yali, you tell us what you need help with. What do you need help with right now?
My bird's mad at me. It won't grow. Why don't you water it?
It's okay for me not to know how to jump rope. It's okay for me to reverse letters. It's okay for me to make spelling mistakes. This is where I'm at, and I'm going to be able to grow and learn, and people will help me, and I can help other people. That's what you want. This is social studies. This is interpersonal relationships. This is self-esteem. And it's language arts, and it's fine motor skills. It's a very integrated thing.
Yali has to water it, and that's why it won't grow. You're not growing, says Yali. It's taking you a long time, he says. I'll help you. If you water it, it'll grow. Okay, said Yali.
Writing activities are an important component in language development. Writing and speaking in a student's primary language can be an important aspect of this development. In Robert Argate's language arts class, living books provide a different dimension for literacy development. The ability to easily switch between English and Spanish allows these second language students to participate in a rich variety of learning experiences.
When you hear it in Spanish, it shows you that you value the Spanish, which is very important for these kids. When they have it both ways and they're ready to transition, they can get it both ways.
Adentro, la casa estaba oscura y llena de muebles viejos.
Hola, ¿hay alguien aquí?
Adentro, la casa estaba oscura y llena de muebles viejos. Ok, acuérdense de que lo que queremos hacer es averiguar qué va a ser cada personaje o cada cosa de la casa espantada. Ok. Christian, ¿a qué quieres ahora que haga algo?
Las sillas.
Las sillas, ok. Vamos a ver las dos o nomás una.
Las dos.
Vamos a ver las dos, ok. Primero voy a imprimir una, luego la otra. ¿Qué piensas que va a ser las sillas? ¿Qué van a hacer, Viviana?
¿Van a bailar?
¿Piensas que van a bailar? Ok, bailar. Marta.
Una va a caminar y la otra va a bailar.
Angelina.
Las dos van a bailar, pero de diferente música.
Ok, las dos van a bailar. Las dos bailan. Vamos a averiguar qué sucede. Okay, primero vamos a hacer una y luego la otra. Okay, vamos a ver qué hace esta. Es un baile ruso. Ruso se dice, ¿ok? Ok, ese bailó un baile ruso. Vamos a ver qué hace la otra. ¿Quién le puede hacer? ¿Quién se puede menear? Okay. ¿Qué hicieron? Darlene, ¿las dos bailaron la misma música? No estuvimos correctos en nuestras predicciones, ¿verdad? Pero no le hace. Ahí estamos predictando, no sabemos exactamente qué va a pasar, pero cuando imprimimos al personaje nos damos cuenta, ¿verdad? ¿Por qué no escribes qué es lo que pasó?
Hi, I'm Jack Prelutsky. Welcome to Living Books.
Alligators are not clever. They are something of a bore. They can't heel or catch a frisbee. They don't greet you at the door. For their courtesy is lacking and their tempers are not sweet.
Poet, songwriter, author, musician, and performer, Jack Prelutsky uses language to weave images into poems and songs. His books and audio tapes of poetry, whether performed in person, heard on an audio cassette, or brought to multimedia life on CD-ROM, open worlds of possibilities to children as they first enter the realm of reading and writing.
For children, the interactive media is that it will show them ways that they can behave with the world that they never suspected existed before. And who knows what might come out of this?
We're 40 performing bananas.
The imaginative exploits of Prelutsky's 40 Performing Bananas offer many opportunities for interdisciplinary activities.
This is the book that we've been reading. You've chosen some favorite poems out of here. And we're going to use one of the poems to perform. We're going to read through the 40 Performing Bananas a couple of times, and then we're going to use our bananas that we've made, and we're going to do a performance using this poem from the New Kids on the Block. Okay, can we do this together? Ready? We're 40 performing bananas in bright yellow slippery skins. We have a CD that goes along with the poem that we've been reading, New Kid on the Block, and we're going to use the computer that we have hooked up to the TV, and we're going to play it for you. And if you already know the words, you can sing along with it, right? Okay, are we ready? Yes. Okay, let's see what it sounds like.
We're 40 performing bananas in bright yellow slippery skins.
Our features are rather appealing.
Puns are wonderful. They're something you can be proud of and ashamed of at the same time.
Though we've neither shoulders nor chins.
We cha-cha and dangle and tango. We kick and we skip and we hop.
While half of us belt out a ballad.
By the way, there's a little pun in that line. That's the banana belt they do.
The rest of us spin like a top.
We're 40 performing bananas. We mumble, we stumble, we waltz. We dangle and swing from the ceiling.
Your banana would be moving to the music that we are singing.
We're 40 performing bananas.
The children read the poetry, they heard the poetry on the discs, they played with it, they got excited about the words because it dramatized the words.
Come see us when you are in town. Ole.
Well, I see it bringing a new dimension. I mean, there always have been pictures with my books, but now suddenly The pictures are coming to life. I think that's really what's wonderful about the interactive media. I wish I'd had those things when I was a kid.
For almost 20 years, Mark Brown's Arthur series has delighted, entertained, and educated children.
And I always think of Arthur as sort of leading kids into the library. If they get excited about reading an Arthur book, it will lead them into other types of books that are there for them. My name is Mark Brown, and I write and illustrate the Arthur books.
Living Books author Mark Brown takes a special interest in his young audience, demonstrating the importance of literature and encouraging them to pursue their own individual dreams, perhaps becoming future authors themselves.
Yes, right here.
Like, how did you start drawing?
Well, I guess I started thinking about drawing as something that I enjoyed a lot when I noticed that my grandma Thora was keeping all my drawings in her bottom dresser drawer. But all my characters are based on real people. I got the idea for Baby Kate when Eliza was born. I was up in the middle of the night changing Eliza's diaper. And I thought, the next morning when I woke up, I was really tired, and I said, gee, maybe Arthur should change diapers too. And so I went out to my studio, and I drew a picture of what I thought a baby aardvark would look like. And so I started with a head, like that. And I put her little aardvark ears on. And I gave her some hair. She's not one of those bald babies. And there are her eyes, her nostrils, and her mouth. Should I do a full-length portrait for you?
Yeah.
In her diaper, of course. Here's her diaper. Those are the sticky little tabs on the side, you know, that holds it together. Here's her chubby little leg. You know how babies have those dimples on their knees? And here's her other chubby little leg. What should we give her to play with? What do babies like? What can we add to the picture?
A rattle.
A rattle. That's a great idea. Okay, let's add a rattle for a baby to play with. What else do babies like? Yes. Blankie. Yay, let's put her blankie in. Who else should we draw?
Buster.
Buster. Do you think of Arthur as Buster's best friend?
Yeah.
Well, I think about my best friend in 3rd grade. And he was exactly like Buster. That's where I got the idea. My best friend reminded me a lot of a rabbit.
He's like,
So I think about, and my best friend was really funny. He was always telling jokes. And sometimes he got into trouble and he had to go to the principal's office because he told too many jokes. You know what he's doing now that he's a grown-up?
What?
He's an elementary school teacher.
A comedian?
Miss Bryan, my art teacher in junior high, said, if you want to be successful, do what it is you really love to do. And so I thought about, what do I love to do? And I came up with 3 things. I love to write stories or tell them. I love to draw pictures, and I love to work with kids. So I put those together, and so far I think of kids as my boss now.
Living Books is a powerful tool for providing a rich auditory and visual component in the classroom, a tool designed to inspire language growth and to encourage a love of reading.
The teacher is the one who can make the CD-ROM come alive for the children, can introduce ways to interact with that text, can take what is on the CD-ROM and find applications in the classroom, can integrate it with whatever is going on in the school day, role-playing, looking at books. What we would hope is that what children see on the TV screen is so enticing to them that it will lead them to more books. And that's where the teacher says, oh, if you love this, look at all these other wonderful books I have by that same author that you can enjoy in the classroom.
The Living Books framework helps teachers integrate this unique tool. It provides teachers with resources as they nurture their students' literacy development and facilitate their students' lifelong enjoyment of reading.